kindly spare the health. Kasi para sa akin talaga, PhilHealth is para sa health. Health, klaro eh. Health ng Pilipino, PhilHealth.
I agree totally. Ang pakiusap ko sa inyo, huwag nyo kaming utusan.
Hindi, hindi po yun inutusan.
There is a kind of arrogance that does not shout, it smirks. And when Secretary Ralph Recto during a Senate budget briefing said, "Huwag niyo kaming utusan," that smirk became a statement of power. It wasn't just a remark, it was a revelation. Because when a public official forgets that the people's representatives are not his subordinates, but his conscience, then rot begins not in the system, but in the soul of public service. Senator Bongo's appeal, kindly spare the health para sa health ng Pilipino. PhilHealth was not a command. It was a plea, echoing the millions of Filipinos who live one illness away from bankruptcy. And yet, instead of empathy, what came was ego. Look at the facts and you'll see why the moment mattered. 89 billion pesos quietly moved to unprogrammed appropriations, no clear roadmap, no clear accountability. 60 billion pesos returned to the treasury on the eve of public outrage, not as repentance but as a reaction. And the biggest cut of all, PhilHealth brought down to zero, as if health were an optional luxury and not a constitutional right. Add to that the irony of a finance secretary who once stood against the sin tax law, a law that saved lives. He chose tobacco over truth, revenue over recovery. He smokes, he vapes, and he legislated what he himself breathes. The kind of policy that poisons quietly, but pervasively. And then there's the expanded VAT, his enduring legacy. A tax that burdens the poor more than it ever touches the rich. A law that turned the price of rice, water, and medicine into instruments of inequality. This was called reform. But when reform punishes the powerless, it ceases to be reform. It becomes control. You see, this isn't about politics, it's about principle. Public office demands not brilliance, but balance. Not entitlement, but empathy. The economy is not a spreadsheet, it's a heartbeat. And when you run it without compassion, every decimal point becomes a wound. Arrogance is not reform, and indifference, no matter how well dressed, is still neglect. Because leadership, true leadership, does not demand to be obeyed. It listens, it learns, it serves. So when a public servant says, "Huwag niyo kaming utusan," I say, no one is ordering you, we are reminding you that you are where you are because the people allowed it, and they can, in the same breath, take it away. Another day, another Regal POV.